starting on your hands and knees in a tabletop back position for cat-cow, knees directly below your hips, hands directly below your shoulders. Tilt your tailbone up towards the ceiling, looking up towards the ceiling, pressing your belly button down towards the ground on your inhale, and then on your exhale, round out, tucking your tailbone underneath as you tuck your chin towards your chest, articulating through every individual vertebra in your spine. Come to a neutral position, untucking your feet, pressing the backs of your feet onto the ground, hips rest towards your heels, gently rock side to side, opening up through your side body and obliques. Coming back into your tabletop back position, press your weight forward into the tips of your fingers, starting to stretch through your wrists, and then rotate your hands so that your fingertips point out to the right and left. Shift your body weight right to left, feeling the stretch through the wrists and the forearms. The closer together you bring your wrists, the more of a stretch you can get with this. Rotating your fingers back to face towards your knees. Again, rock forward and back, feeling the stretch through the inside of your forearm. Then gently pressing your weight up into your fingertips to articulate through the entire finger and your carpals, gently rocking your weight back into the palms of your hands. And then flip your hands over so the backs of your hands are on the mat, gently pressing your weight forward and back, really being mindful of what feels like a stretch and what feels painful. Never go to the point of pain. Again, you can start to press up through your fingers, articulating through every joint if you have the strength to do this. Otherwise, just gently rock your weight forward and back. Flipping your hands back over, palms face down, and then coming into a fingertip push-up, gently shifting your weight into the fingertips and then press up onto your tippy fingers and then back down into the heels of your hands. The further you shift your weight forward, the more challenging this will be and the more you will have to engage through your abs to help support this articulation. Then pressing yourself into a plank position, shifting your weight back and forward, starting to stretch out through the ankle joint and the backs of your legs. Then into a push-up position, hands out just beyond shoulder distance, press down into your push-up and then up into your down dog. If you alternate between a push-up and the down dog, then it's more gentle, less cardio, and you start to ease into that stretch through the back of your legs and hamstring. You do not need to go through the deepest stretch here. You're really just warming up the body. You don't want to push yourself to your furthest range of motion. Stepping your left foot forward, placing it next to your left hand, draw a circle with your hip on the left, as if you have a spotlight underneath that left hip straight down towards the ground. Then press your left arm all the way up towards the ceiling, opening up through your side, tucking it underneath the right armpit, reaching your hand beyond your right wrist as much as possible to stretch out through your side. Switch to the opposite side, right foot forward, draw a circle with your hip, feeling the stretch through the back of your leg and your entire ball and socket joint, alternating right circles and left circles so that you get the full articulation. Reach your right arm up towards the ceiling, chest opens up to your right, and then tuck your arm underneath the left side to get that full rotation through your center. Coming back into your push-up position, moving into a gentle psoas stretch, step your left foot forward, 90-degree angle in your knee, right knee comes down directly below your hip, and then gently shift your body weight into your left foot, starting to feel the stretch through your right hip flexor. Switch to the opposite side, again, gently reaching your body weight forward into that right foot to feel the stretch through your left hip flexor. Standing up to come into hip circles, feet directly below your hips, balance on your right foot as you reach your left knee up to draw an outward circle. Switch to the opposite side, drawing a couple of circles in the outward direction and then switch and draw circles on the inward direction, making sure to articulate through the entire ball and socket joint. Coming into a squat, feet directly below the hips, butt down towards the ground as you bend through your knees. You can add the reach of your hands up above your shoulders to get that extra stretch through your armpits, your lats, and your shoulders. If you're comfortable coming down further than your knee height with your hips, you can go into a deeper squat. Totally fine if you've been working towards a knee over toe position for your squat. If you're not there yet, then just keep your hips above knee height so that your knees stay back behind your toes. And then coming into a good morning, hinging from your hips, bend through your knees slightly, sending your butt back behind you. The further you reach your butt behind you, the more range of motion you'll get through the hinge. The more you keep your butt directly above your knees, the deeper the stretch you'll feel through your hamstrings. Try to keep one straight line from the top of your head through your tailbone. And then balancing on just the right leg, reach your left leg straight back behind you as you tilt your torso forward, one long line from the top of your head to your left foot. Open up through your left hip, reaching your entire left side of your body and leg up towards the ceiling, and then rotate down as if you want your left hip to reach the inside of your right thigh. Switch to the opposite side, hinging from your hip, but still keeping the long line from the top of your head through your reaching right leg. Open up through your pelvis, right hip reaches up towards the ceiling, and then switch directions, reaching your right hip towards the inside of your left thigh. Finishing off with pistol squats, put all of your weight into just the left foot, reaching your right leg out in front of you in a straight line as you bring your butt down towards the ground, keeping your lifted leg up off of the ground the entire time. See if you can alternate right side, left side. Notice the difference with your balance. Finishing your warm-up off strong with some heat into that hip flexor and your abs and your legs. And then you are ready to get going with your workout. If you have questions, reach out at electrachiropractic.com.